Hey, are you looking for a application to mirror and allow you to control your Google Android from your computer if you're using Linux? If so, you can check out Scrcpy. I believe that's what Scrcpy stands for. I believe it's an abbreviation for Scrcpy, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, this is not the official website, scrcpy.org. It's a third party that decided to create that website. Anyways, this is a Google Android screen mirroring tool. As you can see the image here, and I will demonstrate and I will show you how to install it. Now, these instructions are more specifically, succinctly designed for the Lubuntu, which is a Debian derivation Linux distribution that requires apt. Or you could use Discover, but I cannot stand Discover. It's a bloated graphical user interface. It's just a total waste of my time. It's real simple to install over command line. Now I'm going to show you really quickly. All you have to do is log in with super user credentials or sudo, whatever, however you want to. And then you just type in apt-get space install space scrcpy, click enter, and then I already have it installed. I have version 1.25. If it's not installed yet, obviously, then you would just type in Y for yes, and then it may ask you to install some dependencies, or it'll warn you. It's pretty small too. It's, what was it, 6 megabytes or 2 megabytes? Something like, I believe less than 10 megabytes. You know what I'm saying? Then it will create a start menu item under accessories, at least on Lubuntu. Now, if you're using different derivation of Debian, for example, Ubuntu or Kubuntu, or any of the other Debian derivation distributions, you can still use apt-get, and it may be in the default repository. It may not. You know what I'm saying? Real simple. And then here is what this tool looks like right there. I mean, and it's actually, compared to other type of software like this, it's pretty competitive, meaning low latency, and you can control. As you can see, I'm actually connected to a Google Android, and I can just demonstrate. I'm not going to show you, I don't want you to necessarily know what I have on this Android. I don't care if you see the few applications that I have, but as you can see, I can actually control it, and I'm controlling it with my mouse. So this application allows you to control it over Universal Serial Bus. However, you must have the Universal Serial Bus debugging enabled. You have to have it turned on, the debugging. I'm not going to go over those instructions. I may, if this video receives enough views on We Censor YouTube, also known as YouTube, I will write a blog post, but I am transitioning away from YouTube, and I've already began work on that earlier this year. This might be my last year on YouTube because it's just a waste of time. It's so saturated and rigged, and the views are just, and the revenue per mille keeps dropping. They're embarrassing numbers. Anyways, but if this video receives enough views, down in the description box, you can click on that link to my website at ainitcomputers.com with a blog post with full instructions, and I will include how to enable USB debugging mode. That's the only thing you have to do, is enable USB debugging, and then connect it to your computer with a Universal Serial Bus cable, and then open up the, probably Scrcpy, and then you should see the screen just like this. Now, there's another way you can open up in a terminal. You could go to the terminal right here. I wouldn't advise it. I never give out advice. I never guarantee anything. I never recommend anything. But on Linux, you really do not normally want to run programs as the root account. So you would just exit out of here, back out. And with a normal user account, you could type in scrcpy. And then there's in the accessories, it creates a shortcut to a terminal mode. So you could choose that too. What it does is it just opens up in a terminal window. You know what I mean? Another way to run it. Okay, let me go back to this website, and I can go over some of the details. As you can see, it looks very similar to this example. It is cross-platform capable. I'm not going to go over that, but obviously it works on Linux, and to me it's an excellent tool because it's very small. It's lightweight and low latency, and it works. And I've used it before. Now it looks like they're already up to version 2, and I'm not going to go over that, but in Linux there's default repositories that when the distribution is created and when you download it, you may or may not be able to access software. I was able to access it, but it's an older version, but I've never really had any problems. If you wanted a newer version, you could go to this scrcpy.org and then click on download right here. And you may or may not be able to download directly from this website. Yeah, you can actually. Again, that wretched operating system that you could pause a video and read it and then faint. That horrible, just garbageware is on screen, but they do support Linux right here. Yep, right here, apt install Scrcpy. Or you could, I prefer apt-get, but you don't have to. You could also just apt space install space. And then that other operating system's on screen too. So it is cross-platform dependent, but that's not the point of this video. Okay, and then you have to connect your smartphone with a universal serial bus cable, and then open up this program. What else? Let me go over some of the features that were listed here. Okay, and I don't know what the latest and greatest Linux version, it may not be version 2. There is a GitHub. I don't know if they link to it, but you could perform an internet search for Scrcpy and then GitHub. I believe the official web page for this software is their GitHub, I think. And you might be able to find the Linux, a newer version for Linux. I didn't even go that far. I just typed in apt-get and it was available. Okay, so it is free. It is open source. It allows you to display and control your Google Android from your computer, just like this on that example. And I gave you a real world example also. It uses ADB. Most Linux distributions probably already have ADB installed. If not, you'd have to install that, and I'm not going to go over that in this video. But ADB just allows you to access Android operating system. It does not require root privileges. Obviously it does to install, but to actually use the software, you can use any user account that doesn't have super user. Okay? Alright, it is low latency, that is true. I've used other tools on different operating systems and I mean the footprint is well, everything is bloated nowadays. But modern computing, any application less than 10 megabytes, especially an application like this, is pretty lightweight. There is little to no delay between the device and the computer, okay? It is highly configurable. I have not messed around with configuration. I like it the way it works. But you could change the resolution. You could change the bit rate and the frames per second. And then, yeah, it is easy to use. I described it to you. And once you open it up, it's self-explanatory. You can use your keyboard and mouse. I didn't go over that. You can, yeah, I've tested. Actually, on TikTok, I do live stream on TikTok. And I don't care if YouTube is upset by me mentioning TikTok. Oh, that's right. Did you know that YouTube advertises TikTok heavily? Like, what was it last year? On a high percentage of my videos, they would run TikTok applications. Oh, isn't that a bit suspicious and strange? Well, I thought YouTube and TikTok were competitors. Oh, that's right. That couldn't be because TikTok advertises on YouTube. Anyways, I use it for my for my TikTok live streams. I can connect to the smartphone. And then I can use a keyboard, and it accepts copy and paste too. I can copy and paste over the software. I can type with the keyboard. There is a little bit, when they say little to no lag, it probably, now believe it or not, I'm using USB 2.0, which USB 2.0 compared to USB 3.0, the bandwidth is, exponential potentially. And I'm still able to access it, although it would be quicker over USB 3, but I can still use it over USB 2. And I can copy and paste. There is a little bit of a lag. It's probably because I'm connected to USB 2 when I type. There's a small little delay. But I mean, think about it. Otherwise I'd have to sit there and use my fingers and then type in, and you know what I mean? If you're familiar with TikTok and when you live stream, you can open up stickers. You can once you're live, you can put stickers, you can put text on your live, and you can even, create a poll. Well, if I had to do that with my fingers, I wouldn't like that at all. Okay, what else is going on here? Yeah, it's just self-explanatory, really. Okay, gamers can use it to play games. What else? You can use it to test. Yeah, my use is so that I can control the Android from my computer using the keyboard and mouse. That's why I found this application. That's why I searched for it. All right. You can record the gameplay directly. Okay. Okay. What else? You can record your screen. You can take screenshots. You can copy and paste. Yes, I've tested that. And it mirrors your Android device, just like here. That is an exact mirror right here. And I can even demonstrate again that I'm not making things up. And, I can see the apps. And then I can open them. Now, what I tested is I can't copy. Now, there are some applications that are similar that what you can do is you can drag and drop. Let's say I wanted to copy a photograph or a video from my computer to the Android. All you would have to do is go into File Explorer and then drag and drop it, or copy, Control C and then Control V to copy and paste. This program, I don't think you can because I've tested it, but hey, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, that would be nice. What I end up having to do is I have to take it out of, I have to keep it in USB developer mode, but I choose file transfer instead. In order to use this program, I have it set to nothing. No MTA, no file transfer, right? You know what I'm saying? And then it works just fine. Okay, and I already own instructions for Linux. And adios.